Okay, just gone short 37.25 and it's 8:46 AM. A little bit slow to get into it today. Reason I'm going short, it's kind of an icebreaker type entry on 1500 tip bar chart. I'm just checking my stops and targets, and blue professional bars coming into cyclical resistance here. I think we're just going through a little bit of cyclical activity. Although we had kind of sell-offs in terms of exhaustion selling on the 1500 tip bar chart, not kind of classic setups there, but we're kind of downswing on the 4500 tip bar chart. We came into Rambo. This is good, this is working. Came into Rambo pattern and bounced off that, off cyclical support on 500 tip bar chart, but then blue professional bar kind of came and we broke the lows of that. That was the entry in, and on the 1500 tip bar chart we're just kind of making this swing down, so getting close to kind of the lows so far today. Let's see if this kind of just I'm just looking for 33.25, so let's see if we get a little bit of a run. Go, just taking out 33.25 on my target. A bit hairy there, sitting through this little bit of activity around 34. I was sorely tempted to get out at 34.25, but no blue professional bars on the 1500 tip bar chart, although we're due for some kind of support kind of shortly. It's in a downtrend on the 500, so we might get a pullback to end of trend on the 500 coinciding with cyclical support on 45, but there we go. So one shot, one kill, 8:50 AM. That was about 4 minutes in that trade, which was nice, and all set up with this blue professional bar into cyclical resistance 1500 tip bar chart, which is really kind of a bit of a classic icebreaker trade where you look for the first blue professional bar after the open, kind of coming into a cyclical support or resistance level on beta sine wave here, which is that setup, and then the break of the low. I waited a little bit, I was a bit slow into that entry, but anyway, so it worked out. Excellent. After a horror day yesterday, where I was just watching the Quicksilver Pro and managed to, I think the damage was 10 3/4 points yesterday. Serves me damn well right for not focusing on my job. So come back today with a one shot, one kill. Well, a couple of minutes later, and this move kept on going down. Hit 11.30, it's kind of down here, so there's another 3 points in it. Probably should have been waiting for the blue professional bars to come in, and we've had cyclical support kind of come in here. Wasn't a pro signal exit. The reading on better momentum was about negative 5,000, which is pretty extreme, and that's usually good for a pro signal exit, but it wasn't kind of quite as much as the previous reading, so it didn't go off, but there was more in it. I was a little bit nervous after a shocker yesterday, so I'm just glad to be out with 4. Going to kind of keep my head down and not be stupid, so I might just sit on that today, but just to note that there was another 3 points in this trade if you'd followed it down to support, or where the blue professional bars kind of came in with extreme selling on better momentum. On short 31.50, and just checking my stops and targets. I'm going to just change my target to 29.50 on this, just because okay, pullback in a downtrend on 500 tip bar chart, Rambo patterns into this, so it's a really weak kind of amateur short covering rally kind of thing going into here. Amateur up bar on 1500 tip bar chart. Just think we're going to test down to end of trend on this. We've had exhaustion selling on 500. Just we might see a flush signal or something like that. So come on down 29.5. If I can just get taken out. Should be a little bit of a rush here if we get a whole bunch of stops kind of triggered. Bingo. Out. 29.5 for another 2. So quite happy with that. Again, the setup is, there we go, end of trend's just gone off. So pull back to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart with a little pattern like this with these kind of Rambos, just showing those are amateurs, kind of at this point getting caught out. And when we get the same kind of thing on the 1500 tip bar chart, gives you confirmation that that's kind of fairly decent. And there we go, it's down to just a little bit, not looking for much more than the previous low, because there's a whole bunch of stops and people will try and enter on a double bottom, all that kind of thing, stuff going on. So bullish divergence here. Anyway, I'm rambling. Another 2 points for 6, and that's me done.